Yo, it's me, R1DV. Um, Much less edited video today. Um, Truth is, it's been tough lately. I worked for 3 days, specifically 2 days in a row without taking a break, like except for food, to make what I looked at was like my best video yet. And it underperformed significantly. And I've been like just thinking on things like I have to work 10 times harder just to get out a basic video that people with PCs can get out easily. Um, and how limited I am, and how I've already stretched my level of creativity around these limitations so much. And just like, it's tiring. And yes, the point of the series was for consistency, right? But the truth is, like, if it was just that to me, I could just do this and I would make it to episode 100 easily. Um, but I've genuinely tried to improve things that I do in this series, right? And it sucks to underperform, right? Especially on what I looked at was my best episode. Maybe it was because of certain things I've kind of figured out, maybe like a certain reason why. But it just sucks. I had a conversation with you guys last episode about how I carry myself towards the end, right? And I've been trying to bounce back, to remain resilient, to keep grinding. Um, Only reason this one's not a highly edited video is because I had no idea what I was going to do, as well as I was just so burned out from working so hard on that episode. Um, and I've just been like, my continuous concept for this has just been to improve, because there's no ways the views don't come if you do. But apparently that's not all there is to it. So yeah, I know. Again, I know the point of this series was consistency, but I can't help myself but make it much more than just that, you know. But these kinds of episodes are important too. This is far more in depth about my mentality and what I'm actually going through. Um, I asked a friend yesterday, I think, how much subscribers he thinks I deserve. So I'm just curious. If you want to give your mind on it, just share your opinion. I'm more than willing to read. Um, because I just told him like don't think about what I think. Just what do you think? And he said 100. Right. And if I look at it as how much I've put out, it's like, okay, well, that's fair. But if I look at how hard I work, it's like, if he only thinks 100, then it's like, I'm clearly not showing enough, or I'm not good enough yet. So it kind of reconfirmed my beliefs about what is unseen to people. And this isn't easy. Episode 13 is a pretty impressive number for me, remaining that consistent. And I'm taking a project as I'm doing the series, which is a lot, a lot of work. It's fun, cool, but I'm really trying to make sure I don't crack under pressure. And I have a few personal issues I'm going through right now. But again, it matters about how I carry myself, right? At some point when you grow up, or when you're growing, you reach a stage where when you're sitting there, like, you just think about all those times someone's done it for you, someone's comforted you and handled the big issue, or told you that it's going to be okay, right? Offered comfort. And since the beginning of this journey, it's been about growing up and becoming a man beyond men. And someday I just realized, like, what it means and how it feels to grow up. And I question, I guess, is actually what I want. But at the same time, it's like, I can't go back now. I can't go back knowing and feeling and done everything that I've done, you know? And there's no one there to tell you it's going to be okay anymore. There's no one there to. Maybe there is. But maybe what it comes down to is whether you choose to take their comfort or whether you choose to fight the war anyways. It's bizarre to see how little people around me know of me, especially my family. And where my mom talks about it, is she still wants to be my comforting, protective mother, you know, but I'm 17 now, and I can't help but compare myself to kids back in the day. Something about 14-year-olds used to fly fighter jets or something like that, you know, in wars. And it's like kids younger than me who are more manly than me, you know. Imagine fighter jets at 14. I think, like, how would I be in a war, you know? These birds. I can't run to my mother, my friends, or nobody in tough times anymore, because one day I'm gonna have to learn not to. One day I can't. And I just choose to do that earlier than not, you know? Just choose to grow up. I guess I'm just waiting on when the next chapter finally arrives. Whether that's where I get a new piece of technology or something in life changes, I guess. I'm just so afraid. I'm afraid. Because the life I choose is succeed or die, really. And I see friends. I'm counting the days, really, you know. And my friends are in grade 11 now. And I have like 2 years left. But if I'm still in this position 2 years from now, and they're now going to get jobs, and I'm still behind here, it's like, well, shit's gonna get messed up. I've made promises to people like a dumbass. I really just put myself in a position where it's like, it really is like everything or nothing, you know. And I'm on the timer. I only have time, a certain amount of time to get shit done. So yeah. It's scary. I can't run to anyone about it. I have people who are willing to listen to me saying this kind of stuff. I have people who might even want me to run to them. Some people don't have that, but it's like, I'm not going to, because it's not the kind of guy I am, not the kind of man I want to be. And I just have a lot of beliefs around what that'll do to another person. Like, I can't run to my own girlfriend with all these issues all the time, because you've got to stay strong, or got to look strong, you know. And sometimes you have to find the line where that's a bit too much, or a little. Like, what I mean by that is, obviously, you can't never go to your own partner about vulnerable stuff, because then it becomes a barrier between you two. But sometimes it's best not to, because being too vulnerable, or being too, I guess it does just come down to how you handle it. But if you handle it wrong, and you open up about how you handle it wrong, or they see that in you, weak, less attracted. So basically, this is just a process, a whole discussion on me growing up and encountering that fear of not succeeding, you know. Sure, I had a very strong mentality when I started out. Like, I could never say the words "I'm afraid" out loud, because I deluded myself. I deluded myself to the point where it's like I would never even think that way. But it's different when you encounter failure like every day, you know. So that's been me. Episode 13. Kind of rough. I will hold myself better. Find some way to inspire people. Just been rough. See you. What's the date? Okay, I'll see you February 4th, I think. Yeah. Episode 14. Try to do a few new things. Keep it interesting. It's been your boy L1DV. Be happy, be healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.